Hey there, Heather Boyd here, and welcome to day 6 of the 10-day drawing challenge. Details for the challenge are in the description below. Hey guys, so today we're doing a fun project. We're drawing architecture. I'm inspired by this 5-minute sketching architecture book. I'll link it up in the description below. There's lots of amazing tips on how to draw architecture really quickly. You could do it really abstractly too. I'm here in the Pointe Claire village in Montreal. This is our local church. Because it's really hard to see my pencil marks, I've already sketched it out, and what I'll do for this video is I'm going to go over my lines with Sharpie. So let's do it. So as you can see, I've sketched out the picture, and mainly you want to look for the main shapes and the patterns, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it very sketchy. You can keep in mind perspective, so I'm on an angle, so it's going down on either side. And I'll also link up some resources in the description to give you a better idea of how you can approach it as well. And we want to keep it loose and somewhat messy. So just go for it. I'm going to go over my lines. And you can use a Sharpie. I'm just going to go, you could do continuous lines or you could lift your pencil. And I'm just going to, like I said, pay attention to the patterns that are there to give it a little bit of kind of consistency and movement. And it's a church, so you want to emphasize the features like the arched windows and doors. I'm not even using a ruler. I'm going super quickly with it. I'm not paying too much attention to the proportions. You can use a ruler, or you can even measure, like look at the piece and measure on your pen a certain distance. Whatever you feel like doing. You can go out in nature like I'm doing, or you can draw from a picture. Sometimes it's easier to draw from the picture. And I'll just do like little scribbles for the leaves. And you can also keep it very open and do little washes of color with watercolor if you want after, or even color pencil. It's a very open-ended project, so whatever you feel like doing. And like I said, look for the main shapes. This is a church, so for sure we have a lot of arches in there. You can just do like little lines to represent the wood on the doors. There's another window up here. In my pencil sketch I didn't do much detail, so now I'm going to add a little bit more detail. And like you see, it's super sketchy. Like it really just represents, you know, this is like a little sculpture thing. You don't have to have it perfect at all. And we're just going to keep going with this. Like you see, it's like super sketchy. You know, literally you can draw a really cool sketch in 5 minutes if you want. So I'm just looking at the shapes here. Little cross on the top. And the sky, it's a blue sky today. There's lots of puffy clouds, so I could go in after with watercolor if I want to do that. And so down here I'm just looking, you know, with proportion wise, these lines are in the middle of the window, so I'm slightly trying to get it good proportions, but I'm not like being super picky about it either. And a lot of my lines are very open, so you know, there's spaces between the lines as well. I'm not going to do every brick by any means. I might go in and do a few representative bricks, but we'll decide that after. So we're going to go in here, and if you want to bring it all in together, you can do like a little bit of wash with the watercolor or color pencil if you like. Just putting this one in here and this one down here, and then there's stairs here, so we could do like representative stairs if you want. You know, they don't have to look like perfect stairs, and we can do like lines, but the lines don't have to go straight across. And up here, and say there's railings, you could do the railings. Sometimes little details like make a big difference. This is grass, so if you want to do like little dots or something for grass, you can. These are still the bushes here. If you want to do shadows, you can do like little shadows of the bushes. Windows, more details if you want. If they're dark in the windows, you can always like color them in to make them a little bit like darker in there, but it's very optional. Up here there's like this ornate stuff going on. You could do that. And say you do want to do some bricks, you can always do just a few kind of like represent. These are actually stones, so you could do a few here, a few here, but really you don't want to fill in the whole thing with the stones because it's just going to be too labor intensive, but it's also, you're going to feel like it has to be more perfect when you do like too many details. So this way we're keeping it open, we're putting a few details. You can go back and look if there's like a more kind of like shaded area, you can like darken it up a little bit. There's a lot you can do with this project. We're going to put a few more stones in there, and then here too we could go in and do more detail. So just keep going with it as you like. There's a little bit of grass here. There's a school in the background, so we're just gonna like very quickly represent the school there. There's actually like a telephone line, so we could do this telephone line, and then it's always fun to do the electrical lines and the telephone lines, and then there's, you know, some windows in the school. You can do that. This is like and there's like a street there, so there's all kinds of just like little doors and more windows. So I'm just scribbling them in at this point. And then say you do want to represent the clouds, you can always go in and do like a little bit of puffy clouds if you want, or you can do them with watercolor. It's really up to you. And you know, any other details, just go in and always, you know, sign your work at the end, and you know, just work on it as much as you want. And then at the end you can always erase your pencil lines, and you can tint it if you like. So have fun with this project, guys. This one's a special one for you, Kat, and I can't wait to see what you guys create.